Today we are at Scheels All Sports in Dallas, Texas, the biggest fishing store I have ever been in, and we're going to be buying the worst rated fishing gear. Once we gather all of our items from inside, we're going to go out to a local body of water and see if terribly reviewed fishing lures can still get the job done. Let's get inside. First of all, it is a crying shame that this vending machine is out of order right now. Gosh, this used to be my favorite thing to do when I came in here. Who's that guy? Dude, come on, say something to the people at Scheels, please. Now, what I normally do is visit the website of the store that I'm at and just sort through all the different fishing gear and try to find things that have quote unquote bad reviews attached to them. The only problem with this is when you go on big websites like Scheels, it almost seems like they're hiding some of the negative reviews from us. So I've had to do a deep dive on the internet. We're talking about Google searches, Reddit posts, anything that was definitely written and thought of by a real person. Which brings me to my first really good example of what I'm talking about, and that is the brand Lunker Hunt. We've all seen Lunker Hunt. They make some of the most ridiculous and crazy fishing lures in existence. And I mean, hey, YouTubers like me, I certainly appreciate brands like Lunker Hunt making crazy lures. No complaints here, but I found a thread on Reddit that was basically, what is the worst fishing lure out there today? And of course you got a ton of responses from a ton of different people, but Lunker Hunt was one of those brands that was popping up all over these threads. But when you go to the Scheels website and you look at the Lunker Hunt section, they would have you believe that they are all 4 and 5 star reviewed items. That can't be true. Those two things don't make sense. If everybody on Reddit is roasting a lure, but everybody on the Scheels website is saying that they're good, there's got to be a disconnect here somewhere. So when you look at the thread on Reddit called, what is the worst lure? First of all, the number one most upvoted comment is, whichever lure I decide to throw, which I feel like is the most relatable comment of all time if you're a fisherman. But here's one specifically about Lunker Hunt. Anything made by Lunker Hunt, between the pocket frog, that bullshit dragonfly, I better be careful, might get kicked out of the store, and those stupid prop fish, they all suck and are worthless in my opinion. Okay, all right, that's a little strong. Here's one that says Lunker Hunt, dumb shit spiders and snakes for topwater lures. It's got 104 upvotes, so I mean, a lot of people agree with this. And right underneath, you can see somebody saying, the spiders work though. So right here, you have the entire Lunker Hunt catalog right here on this little end cap. We were talking about a bunch of different crazy lures. The little prop frogs, you've got the prop fish, you've got the yappa rat right there. Look at that bad boy, looks like a little turd. The dragonfly, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Oh my gosh, they make crankbaits now too? I didn't even know that Lunker Hunt made crankbaits now. That is super interesting. They even have crazy kits. I mean, look at that kit right there. That actually kind of makes me want to get it because we can try multiple Lunker Hunt lures at one time. It's also fair to note that on these Reddit threads, there are people in support of Lunker Hunt as well. Like, it's not all Lunker Hunt bashing. There are people saying, hey, these lures are crazy. They might even be kind of dumb, but they work. And if something works, can it actually be considered bad? I don't know, I'm confused, but I think we should get this little prop kit right here because this is going to give us the best of what Lunker Hunt has to offer. As always, get in that comment section, let me know what your opinion is on every single lure or brand that we talk about in today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Element. I get a lot of companies reaching out to me trying to get me to advertise a product on the channel. And today, this is a super easy one for me to tell you guys about because this is already something that I do literally every day. It's a product that I drink every single morning to get rehydrated when you're dehydrated after sleeping all night. So when Element reached out to me and they wanted to send me some stuff, I was like, yeah, send it to me. Give me everything. The thing about hydration is it's not all about just how much water you're drinking. Water is just one element of your body fluids being in balance. Element's been formulated with a science-backed electrolyte ratio with the right blend of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Almost as good as what they put in it is what they left out of it. Sugar, totally sugar-free. It is so crucial to stay hydrated when you're out there in the field, you're out camping, you're out overnight, you're hunting, you're fishing all day, whatever it is. Hydration's crazy important. And on my own health journey that I've been on the last few years, I find that my body functions so much better when I'm hydrated. I actually start every single day with an element. I get about 32 ounces of water, dump my little mix pack in there, and that is literally the first thing that goes in my body. Or if you don't want to go through the hassle of mixing your own, you can always get the pre-made ones right here. They got a bunch of different flavors too. Makes it a little bit easier. Pop them in the fridge, you know, just grab them when you need them. And they've got a crazy deal for you guys just because you're my subscribers and you're the best subscribers on the planet, by the way. They're going to give you guys a free sample pack with any purchase when you use my link. So when you click the link right in the top of the description, I'm also going to put it on the screen right here. You make a purchase, you get the sample pack. The sample pack includes 8 of their different flavors, 8 different hydration sticks. That's a really good deal. Then you can figure out which flavor is your favorite. Mine is citrus salt. I'm super excited to be working with Element moving forward. Big shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. Back to the video, boys. Now the next lure that I found on these same Reddit threads that seemed to be universally kind of hated and loved is a rooster tail, aka an inline spinner, one of the most old school proven fish catching lures of all time. But according to this user right here, he says, "This will be blasphemous to some, but I hate rooster tails." So actually, fun fact, I'm not a huge fan of rooster tails either. Now, I'm not saying that they don't work. I'm just saying I'm not a fan of using them, but he's right. That's gonna be blasphemous to a lot of people. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a couple of these Scheels inline spinners and just give them a try and just see what the deal is. Colors, oh gosh. See, I'm no good at this because I don't use inline spinners enough. Let's just get us a white one, get us a chartreuse. One brand that I kept seeing pop up that I was actually really surprised about was Yamamoto baits. So I didn't even know what this was a year or two ago. I figured it had something to do with Gary Yamamoto, who obviously created the famous Senko. But now Yamamoto's got its own shelf space. I mean, they've got all these different types of baits. I'm seeing a lot of stick baits here, but what else does Yamamoto baits make? Okay, here we go. What is this? A Nuki? Is this a Nuki? Surely I'm not saying that right. Not really sure what that is. Maybe that's that new bait that people have been using in tournaments and actually catching fish on. But I think I am gonna get a couple packs of these just to learn more about the Yamamoto custom baits, which I really have not been able to use at all. But the title of the most hated on fishing brand in pretty much all of the world has to go to the Guggen Squad, right? Which are some baits that I'm very familiar with. And of course, I've made them work on countless occasions, but that does not stop hundreds of people on the internet from just bashing the brand incessantly. So under the thread, what's the most overrated fishing company? This is where things start to get a little wild. Of course, all brands were represented in this conversation, but there was one that stood out. Here's one user that just said Guggen with 253 upvotes. Here's another user that just says definitely Guggen, but the most underrated is Ozark Trail from Walmart. That's an interesting take. Here's another one that says Guggen hands down. Here's one, Guggen can get. That's sounds like a very non-biased review. Here's one that says I would rather not fish than use anything Guggen related. That's pretty strong right there. So obviously there's a lot of Guggen Squad hate, and for what reason? That's up for debate. But once again, on the Scheels website, it's really hard to find out which Guggen product is actually poorly reviewed. Through my own personal experience, there's a couple Guggen products that I'm not a huge fan of. So I've decided to go with the top 3 quote unquote worst Guggen products out there. Lure number 1 is gonna have to be the Guggen Squad Hound right here. So if you guys don't remember this, this was the original topwater walking bait that Guggen Squad created. My main issue with this bait was always its weight and kind of just the way it was shaped. I just always struggled to make this thing walk the right way. The body design and how skinny it is, like a pencil, it just is very difficult to walk for me. That doesn't mean this thing can't catch fish, because there's people out there defending this bait just like any other bait that we're gonna use today. We're gonna give this thing a fair shake. This next one is also not one of my favorite baits that was ever made by Guggen Squad, and this one has probably gotten the most hate on the internet of any of them, and that is the Guggen Squad clickbait right there. The version of a chatterbait that Guggen Squad made. I remember when the Guggen Squad developed this bait, you know, everybody was really excited about it because it was a different version of the chatterbait, but this thing had a bunch of different issues, and aside from the fact that it had a really cool name and it looked really cool, the performance just wasn't there, at least for me. This bait has a tendency of rising in the water column and running way too shallow than what I would prefer. Also, the wire and the blade build just was not quite perfect. I mean, it was good, it's a good design, but it's not a perfect design, like the Z-Man chatterbait or something like that. The durability was also a big question mark with this lure, and at the price tag that it came out with, it just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I feel personally attacked with this next Reddit thread that I found. What's the most overrated lure or bait in your opinion? but the #1 most upvoted comment says, I know people have had tremendous success with buzz baits, but I haven't caught a single thing with this one. Wow, it's got almost 70 upvotes. Now, if you guys have watched this channel for more than a day, you know that I stand on business when it comes to buzz baits. I have caught my PB largemouth bass literally 3 or 4 different times on buzz baits. So to know that there's 70+ people on this one thread who don't think buzz baits are any good, I can't live with that. Actually, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, because the Googan Squad buzz bait has actually been one of the poorest reviewed buzz baits out there. Because to be fair, I've been using these buzz baits for the last, like what, 3-4 years since they were created, and I've caught countless fish on them. But construction on these things, I feel like was just a little bit off. You know, when you first take this thing out of the package, you tie it on and you cast it out and retrieve it. If you notice, it's not gonna run straight. It's gonna run sideways, either right or left. And that was always one of those really weird things to me. Like, I didn't understand why it would come out of the package not running straight. Now, it takes a quick little wire bend adjustment and you can make it run straight, but it just always felt strange to me that you pay for a product, it doesn't work completely right out of the package. Like, it just seems kind of odd to me. In the bucket you go. Now, if you keep going down the rabbit hole of these Reddit threads, they literally mention every single brand by name, every single type of lure. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here, or else we're gonna end up buying one of everything in this entire store. And my accountant has advised against that. I wanna know what you guys think right now is the most overrated fishing lure in existence. I don't care what you say, I just want your opinion. Let's find out exactly what's going on with every single one of these lures and whether or not they are in fact overrated, bad, or just plain junk. See you guys out there. Come on, girl, there you go. Don't fight me. What about a little chatterbait? This is kind of really good weather for it, honestly. It's overcast, water's a wee bit dirty. The water temp's 67 degrees, by the way. It was just snowing only a couple of weeks ago. Kind of wild. Man, the old DC's crying a little bit. I think she needs a little oil. I feel a bite coming real soon. I am starting to have some issues with this thing, I'm not gonna lie. I was just thinking to myself, it's actually working pretty well, but it's still, I'm having that same problem where it just wants to rise so much in the water column as you retrieve it. Ooh, man, it felt like a bump. Might just be really shallow right there. Oh, we're on. Nice fish. Crush the clickbait. Come on, buddy. Get in here. Good job, man. Oh, God, I love it when they're feisty. There is a bass with a mouth full of clickbait right there. Actually, a really good looking fish. I had a feeling we were gonna get a bite really soon. Just because of how it looked in the water and just how the day was shaping up. That's a really good looking fish right there. Super healthy. Kind of a weird little abrasion or something on the side. The clickbait did its job, boys. Say what you say. Say what you can say about it. Say what you want to say. Hasn't always been my favorite chatterbait, but it can work. Oh, see you later, bud. Boom! That was such a good bite. He smacked it. Absolutely crushed it. Those are those bites you dream about right there, you know? No doubt about it. Puts a huge bend in your rod. And I like to put a bend in my rod. Man, he bled on my boat deck with his weird sore on his back. Not cool, dude. And he slimed me a little bit. There we go. Just rub some dirt on it. Oh, Yak Pack may have left me, but he left his rod and reel combo with me. Yak, you silly rascal. Well, I think I'm gonna pick up the old Hound, one of the mini lures that I'm going to have to make work today. Well, this is a nice combo, Yak. You might not get this one back, bro. This thing's really hard to walk on a spinning combo. And not unless I'm fouled up. Okay, I'm fouled up. I was about to say, holy moly. No! Now I'm kind of getting the hang of walking it too a little bit. It's looking a little bit better. Oh! Oh! I got completely taken down. Oh my gosh, I gotta get back in there. Ah, the wind keeps carrying me, that's fine. He was right in here. Come on, come back. That appeared to be a pretty good sized fish. Oh, I just broke off. Jump. There it was. He coughed up my lure. He coughed up the Hound. That is unbelievable. I've seen him jump like that after getting hooked and broken off. I've never seen him jump, spit out the lure that was stuck in their face, and then recovered the lure. Whoa. Oh, that's crazy. God, I'm about to fall in the lake. It just snapped mid-line. So the topwater bite, turns out, might be on a little bit. I'm putting that on Yak Pack, straight up. I mean, he's not even here, but whenever y'all go watch a Yak Pack video again, go tell him. You need to improve your leader line knots there, buddy, because this ain't it. I just figured out it was a braid to leader knot that snapped. Well, we can't put that failure on the Hound itself. That was a failure on my part as the angler and Yak Pack. The good part is I've got a turtle right here, topwater turtle. We got the wind at our back right now. We can make something crazy happen here. If this turtle catches a giant fish, I'm just gonna lose my mind. But it's just like dumb enough and it has enough action where it might do exactly that. Oh my God. Crazy topwater activity right in front of me. Those were big bass feeding, guys. I really wish I had that spook tied on right now. Oh, oh, he missed it. He missed it again. What is going on? Why can't he eat it? Well, now it's full of water. Oh my gosh. Look what he did to the frog. This is crazy. That was a big fish. I don't know why he was struggling to eat my lure so bad. I mean, this thing's got freaking 3 hooks on it. It's got the 2, like, you know, topwater frog hooks. And then it's got the freaking stinger hook on the back too. What the heck, man? Oh, oh. Hey. I just watched a bass come up and eat this thing. That was almost like bed guarding bite. That was super weird. He just came up and grabbed it by the stinger hook and took it down, but didn't get hooked by the stinger hook. Oh, there was no doubt. Look at this fish. On Timmy the turtle. This is a really nice fish. Oh gosh, this is a nice fish. Oh, this is a nice fish. Oh, come on, buddy. Get in the boat. We double, triple hooked him. Look at that. Wow. With the turtle hanging out of his mouth right there. Oh my goodness. That's a nice fish, boys and girls. Thick one too. Absolute butterball. Freaking choked. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, girl. Let's get a weight on this fish real quick. 3 pounds, 12 ounces, almost a 4-pounder. I am happy to catch that fish any day of the week. Okay, well, just in case you're trying to spawn early or something, I'm gonna let her go right back to where she was. I'm not gonna live well it or anything like I'd like to do. Dude, I got a Bubba Blade commercial going on right now. Got the scale, got the pliers, got the scissors. If anybody from Bubba Blade's watching right now, holler at your boy, okay? I'm open for sponsorship. I can't really cast that good. Not the right combo at all for this, but it's all good. I'm also going to tie up the buzzbait, remember the Hummer, on my braid combo, and I'm going to do a little Texas rig for these Yamnukis. I need a little bit more to this buzzbait here. I need a little bit of body. That's just silly looking. You just wait. I'm hoping that's going to help like balance out the weight a little bit too. Give it a little bit more weight. Dude, look at this wind, man. This is great. I hope it stays just like this. It's perfect buzzbait territory. Such a hard hit. Oh my gosh. Big fish. I think there's big fish just stacked up all along this grass line right here. These blow-ups have been insane. They're tugging so hard too. Dude, but why though? Why? Was just using this not 2 seconds ago. Nice fish. Wow. That fish is pulling drag. My goodness. These fish are just hammering top water right now. Come on, buddy. Oh, we got a nice little 5-fish sack going here, boys. The Hummer strikes again. Man, that was such an incredible blow up. It was a short fight, but man, he fought. I've had to tweak this buzzbait a couple times to get it to really run good for me, but there you go. Gets the job done. I'm gonna guess this is like another 3-pounder, but I guess I'll go ahead and weigh it. Yep, 3 pounds on the dot. We got a decent little sack going for me. Oh man, that was fun, dude. Thank you for that. I really mean it. Oh, he almost literally jumped back in the boat. That would have been cool. Has anybody ever had that happen to him? The Hummer, the buzzbait, I didn't need to tell you guys that the buzzbait works. I mean, it freaking catches fish. It's caught my personal PB like multiple times. And to be honest, the Hummer has never been my favorite buzzbait out there, but like we're proving in this video, pretty much any lure can work for you. If it's in the hands of a willing and competent angler, you're gonna be fine. All right, guys, also remember, all you guys looking for NFG gear, the hats, the t-shirts, the hoodies, all that stuff, visit nfgshop.com. The best way to get your hands on some stuff. Got some new drops coming, got some new products coming underneath the NFG like umbrella, but thank you guys so much for all the support that you've been giving me and myself and Jigging with Jordan and Lunkers TV. Thanks so much for that so far, and there's plenty more big things from NFG coming. Well, since the topwater bite seems like it's on fire right now, I'm gonna keep on throwing a top water that we haven't caught a fish yet with, and that's the old Guggen Squad Hound. I switched up the combos that I had it on. I put it on one of my combos. Actually like a freaking redfish and snook. Oh, combo! We might have a freshwater snook here. Oh, and the belly of my boat is rubbing. That's how shallow we are. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the biggest one of the day probably. And I don't have my net. Come on, hound hooks, hold. Just hold. I gotta go this way some so we don't get my boat stuck. Look at that. He's got a mouth full. I'm just gonna yank him. Look at that fish. Long fish. Got just trebles all in his mouth. Wow. This is a dangerous fish right here. The hound got the job done. Let's get a weight just so we know. It's probably another 3 and some change. Oh, almost. Not even a 3-pounder. That's crazy. It's like a 214, which is almost a 3-pounder. But still, wow, what a strike. What a fight. Oh, my deck's getting so slippery. Bruh. Oh, here we go, buddy. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Boys, we are on them right now. We are having ourselves a day. I don't know what fish with next. The only things we haven't caught fish on, I think, are the rooster tail and the crazy Gary Yamasaki thing. Bruh. Yamanuki, excuse me. I'm gonna have to keep track of what our total weight is today. I think I'm gonna keep on throwing the Yamanuki. I think I'm gonna focus my energy on that. And some of this deeper water with some structure. I just don't know what this thing is supposed to be. Like, I don't know what it's supposed to fool the bass into looking like, you know what I mean? I think guys are using these in like tournaments and having like big success, right? Or am I freaking crazy? I'm ready to sling a hook set with this Johnny Morris Platinum Signature rod. Oh, snag. That I've had sitting in my shop for the last 3 years. Oh my God, I just had a fish on there and dropped it. Unbelievable. Man, if we catch like a 7-pounder, we could be entering the 20-pound bag range. And that's the range I like to be in. And there are big fish in this lake, boys. We've caught them before. I got a fish. Gotcha. Oh no, did I pull it out of his mouth? No, I got him. That was crazy. Oh, that's a nice fish too. On that Gary Yamamoto thing. I still don't know what it's called. This guy wasn't fighting at all, and now he's just acting like he's the biggest fish in the lake. Oh! There goes another 4-pounder. Dude, this thing did get tore up though. Kinda in true Yamamoto baits fashion. I mean, Senkos were always kind of known for being like a one fish bait, you know, but nobody cared because they were so good, you know. Just got her kind of rigged up like so. God, that bass was just out here in front of that feeder too. That's so wild. Ooh, that might be a fish. It is. Oh, he's wrapped around something. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, that's a huge fish, but he's wrapped around something. Oh, he came out. Okay, he's not huge, but he's big. He's nice. I thought he was a lot bigger because he was wrapped around a big limb. We're not taking any chances with him. We're gonna try to get him right in. Yes, sir. Ah, he is hooked so weird. Ah! This thing finally caught a fish. Nice fish again. I mean, the average size today has been like solid 3s. Not like baby 3s either. Like, these are really good tournament fish. I feel like I'm having a little bit of a tournament right now with myself. Oh yeah, 3.5 pounder. Man, this fish has got so much fight in her. I'm gonna drink of water real quick. One more look at this beautiful fish right here. Oh yeah. Just smashed the Yamaduki. Bruh. Thank you. I love you. We've got a solid 15, 16 pound bag right now, using what the internet says is the worst fishing lures out there. So I'm feeling pretty dang good right now. Oh, shoot. I don't know if that was a bite or a snag. I'm gonna go with snag. We're on the spoon, or the, oh, the rooster tail. Finally got a bite right off a little tree down here. Pulled off. Dang it. That was just kind of like out here in the middle of the channel, just kind of bouncing it around. I mean, I've fished a ton of structure with no success, so I am not a professional with the inline spinner, that's for sure. All right, well, I would stay out here all day, honestly. I mean, if I wasn't fishing for this video, I would be staying out here for the rest of the day and just throwing top water until it gets dark. But there's a storm rolling in. Let's head back to the shop and talk about these lures and how everything performed. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I took the boat to the car wash and kind of gave her a little spray down. It's still a little bit dirty, but it looks a heck of a lot better than it did earlier today. So honestly, after all of that fishing, I'm gonna say that probably my least favorite fishing lure to use out of all this was the inline spinner. So it looked like the users of Reddit were right on the money with that one. I know there's a ton of people coming for me in the comment section that just love, you know, inline spinners and rooster tails. I've just never been a fan, so, you know, whatever. My second least favorite one to use was the Guggen Squad Hound right here. I mean, just the action was super tough to get it to walk. It's just never been my favorite Guggen hard bait. I mean, honestly, it's just not done correctly. I think when Guggen made the two-step though, like that is a solid top water walking bait, but the Hound was just not it. This thing right here was kind of weird, but You know what? It ended up getting a really good bite, but I don't know. You guys let me know if you've had any experience with this weird looking thing and kind of how you've rigged it in the past, because I only Texas rigged it today. I didn't really do anything else. The clickbait actually ran pretty well, and it was perfect for the water that I was fishing. Since the clickbait has a problem just kind of coming up and running too shallow, I was fishing a shallow lake today, so it just worked out. I think the craziest bites of the day were definitely the turtle lure, just getting absolutely mashed. I did not see that coming. And then the buzzbait, which is right down there for some reason, that got a crazy bite too. I want to know you guys' opinions in the comment section. Let me know what you think about all of the love, all of the hate, whatever I've said in this video, whatever somebody else said. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. And I think we can all agree that at the end of the day, you just use what you're comfortable with. You know, what's worked for you before. Are there some crappy lures out there? Yeah, sure. But those dumb lures will probably catch fish if you put them in the right situation. I had a whole lot of fun making this video. Let me know where I should go next or what product I should try to mess with and review next. Thank you guys for all the support on the nfgshop.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every single one of you. See you guys next time. Peace.